Will Smith is working on a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air TV show. Also, he announced that he has a Fresh Prince clothing line too. And a rare Nintendo PlayStation prototype is going up for sale. And we have some news on a Happy Days revival series. So don't turn that dial. What up to my peoples, and welcome to Retro Crunch, where we talk about nostalgia and retro pop culture from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification icon. And with that, let's get started with this week's news. It looks like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air will be the latest 1990s sitcom to be revived in this crazy era of nostalgia reboots. There's really very little details on this spinoff so far, but Will Smith's entertainment company, Westbrook Incorporated, they did confirm that a Fresh Prince spinoff is in the works. It has been 23 years since the original series ended its run, which lasted 6 seasons and nearly 150 episodes. But with Will Smith himself being behind, or being the one who actually released this news, it might turn out to be something worth watching. Not sure if the main cast is going to return for the show, or at least for the first episode to kind of usher in this spinoff. But we should actually get some more news on this pretty soon. And one thing for sure, I hope that Will Smith's going to be in it. Alright, here's my take on what I think is going to happen. I think that Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith, they're going to grow up and then they're going to move in together as roommates. And then they are going to start a fashion store to sell their own products. And speaking of fashion stores, did you know that Will Smith actually has a Fresh Prince clothing line? Will announced on Twitter about a BelAir athletics clothing that you can actually pick up on his website over at shopwillsmith.com. But I believe the sale is only going to go on till like October 15th, and I don't know if they're going to take the webpage down after that. There was a jacket on there that I wanted that was reversible, and that one already sold out. Next up, Happy Days, which is one of my all-time favorite shows to watch as a kid. It's being shopped around by one of the actors from the original show. The show ran from 1974 to 1984, and if you remember Joni's best friend, Jenny Piccolo, who is played by Kathy Silvers, she's actually heading up the project to make a new Happy Days TV series. Kathy said that she is currently working on the storyline and that she's already got this thing greenlit. But the most important thing to know right now is that she has not secured the actors from the original series. So right now, this project is in a very early stage of production. But still, let me know what you guys think about this news and if you're interested in seeing a Happy Days revival show. And next up, Don Johnson from the hit TV show Miami Vice, which ran from 1984 to 1989, said that he is currently kicking around some thoughts about a Miami Vice reboot. This will be a TV show and not a movie like the 2006 film adaptation that starred Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx. But until I hear some really concrete news on this, I am not going to get my hopes up. Why do all reboots have to screw up the original? Anyways, as the story continues to develop, I will let you guys know. And then, Are You Afraid of the Dark, which first came out in 1990. It has a new reboot show that premiered Friday, October 11th at 6 p.m. on Nickelodeon. That's actually today. But it actually already came out online a few days ago. And if you want to watch it, it's on YouTube and I'll link to it down below. And then the British TV channel BBC just dropped a trailer for the upcoming adaptation of H.G. Wells' alien invasion classic, The War of the Worlds. What's really cool about this new miniseries show is that it stays really true to the location and the timeline from the original book. And this is the first telling of The War of the Worlds that has really done that. And the trailer does not disappoint, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty accurate adaptation of the book. Also, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Running Man, which I'm real excited for, and The Warriors are all announced with remakes this week as well. And if you want more information on that, I'll link to that down below. And guys, be sure to check out Steve Urkel on episode 1 of America's Funniest Home Videos Retro Rewind series. It's a new series where they take old funny videos from way back in the 80s and 90s, and they have Urkel guest hosting. You can watch it right here on YouTube, and I'll link to that down below. Then in some other news, if you are into retro gaming, there is a Nintendo PlayStation prototype that may be going up for sale pretty soon. So if I were you, I would keep an eye out on the website bleedingcool.com because they're the ones who dropped this news and they're staying on top of it. Then if you're really into trying to get some nostalgia overload and you like the Lisa Frank aesthetic, In the 1980s and 90s, Lisa Frank was all the rage. And if you happen to be in Los Angeles, California, and you're looking for a penthouse to rent, there's one that is pretty much Lisa Franked out. So you ought to go check it out. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching, and if you're new to the channel and you're into retro and nostalgia stuff, definitely check out our next video that is right over there. I will catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.